Alright, welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about the Federal Reserve and my philosophy on money. So it's two things in one video. So right now I'm reading a book called The Creature from Jekyll Island by Edward Griffin. One of the titles on the book say a second look at the Federal Reserve. So to be honest with you, I haven't read the whole book yet. I've read like 1/3 of it maybe. But after you read this book, you don't want to pay taxes anymore because you realize that the IRS is actually a cartel. It's a banking cartel and it's not part of the government. It says federal, but it's a private entity and they might have government power, but they're not part of the government. It's a private bank. Um, and they don't have the right to take your money out of your paycheck every month. It was built, it was created by 6 men on Jekyll Island, which is off of the coast of Georgia in the United States, and one of the most like rich and powerful or influential men in the world. The richest 6 men in the world created it on that island. The Rockefellers were one of them, and like somebody from England, from the royal family, I think. And what happened is they knew that they would eventually pass something to control the banks and everything. And what they did is they were proactive about it, and they um, made sure that they passed a bill with their what they want before someone else will pass one. So in 1910 they passed it, and now they're everyone pays taxes to them, which is unconstitutional. And the only way, to be honest with you, I don't think they can be stopped right now. The only way for them to lose would be if nobody or the vast majority of people would stop paying taxes and become educated about this topic. Um, so yeah, you can read this book. You can just Google The Creature from Jekyll Island on Google and type that and type PDF free, and then you can read it. You don't even need to buy it. I recommend you to buy it though, to support the author of the book. Um, but yeah, I can't believe what I'm reading, and it's really, if you I've noticed this. Google is trying to hide this. If you type into Google, is the IRS a banking cartel or anything like that, nothing comes up, which is funny. Um, but yeah, the IRS is unconstitutional, and I'm not saying nobody should pay taxes, but they don't have the right to take money out of your paycheck, and they're not even part of the government, but they have power like they are part of the government. So I highly recommend to read it. I haven't read the whole thing yet. I'm like maybe a third into it. Um, yeah, so I highly recommend it. So to the next part of the video. So before I got educated about finances and money, I was spending my money. I was living paycheck to paycheck. I was eating out every day, sometimes twice a day, because I was able to. I spent like $500 on food a month, and $400 of that was eating out. Um, and I didn't buy stuff and paid it off every month or stuff like that, and I didn't use my credit card um and didn't pay it off or stuff like that, but I was living paycheck to paycheck. And I think the reason why we don't teach finances in schools is by design. I 100% believe this, because if they would teach finances in schools, then we would need to work for 30, 40 years, or until we die, for stuff we don't actually need. Um, and we could actually retire, and that would be bad for the economy. That would be bad um, for the people who own this place, for the 1%. And I highly recommend that you learn about finances and personal finance early, because if you don't, then there's a high possibility that you will work for the rest of your life. And with just $100 a month into a Roth IRA, into like S&P 500 or something like that, you can have $1 million for retirement when you're 59 and a half, if you invest early in your young 20s, mid 20s, tax free. A lot of people don't know this. They don't even have a 401k. They don't even take the match. I think that's like half of the country, and that's not a guess. That's actually true. About half of the country don't take their match, don't have a 401k, and they will rely on social security that might not even exist later. I think it will exist, but I don't think it will be as. I think the neighbors are listening to me again. Whatever. I don't think it will be as high as it is now, and it's not even high right now. So it's very important for your future that you get educated and that you stop this mindless consumption of stuff that you don't actually need. Keeping up with is it Jonas's or Johnson's? Jonas's, I forgot. But keeping up with people in general it's just to keep you in the rat race. All of these brand clothes, all of these luxury cars, all of this is just there to keep making you work. And so you just fill the pockets of large corporations. And all of this material stuff doesn't even make you happy anyway. I mean, a little bit of like stuff you want to buy is fine, but it doesn't matter. Our brain is not wired like this. It doesn't matter if your car has a BMW symbol on it or a Ford symbol. We used to live in small groups back in the Stone Age for a very long time, and we didn't have all of this. I mean, it gives you status, but that doesn't even make you happy. That's very shallow, and that will only give you short-term fulfillment, and you will just have to buy more and more and buy the newest stuff. And I think it's just a waste of time. I will never buy a new car. I will not buy brand clothes. It's stupid to me. And um, another thing I don't like is that you constantly have to be busy in the U.S. Like the way children are raised, they constantly have to be busy. They give them these extra curricular activities all the time, and I don't understand why this needs to be why this is happening. I don't understand it. But yeah, that's like one reason why psychedelics are illegal, because you realize all of this conditioning that you've been filled with your whole life, that you need a big house, you need a trophy wife, you need a Mercedes, you need to go to a private, I don't know, Ivy League school. All of this conditioning, it just deconditions you of this toxic culture that has indoctrinated you. And the people who run this place, they don't want that. And why is alcohol illegal? Why are cigarettes illegal? Number one, because they give you taxes. They give them taxes, right? But there's lobbying involved and everything. But our the war on drugs is it makes absolutely no sense. Um, there, why would alcohol be legal? I think a million people or something die a year of it. But why is cannabis illegal? That's a whole different topic. I don't want to go too deep into this, but I just want to tell you that you don't need a luxury car. You don't need clothes just to want you. Just, I think it's just stupid. A lot of people who buy this stuff, they just want to be accepted and liked by people anyway. That's why they do it. They just want to be liked, and you don't need all of this stuff, and you shouldn't listen to these large corporations who tell you that you need it. And if everyone would stop buying all of this stuff, I mean, our economy would be not as good, and my retirement fund wouldn't look as nice when I'm 59 and a half. But I just think this is not the way to live, and this is a pretty random video, but I don't get any views on videos like this. I just get views on reacting to Jeremy a babe. So anyway, thank you for listening, and leave a dislike, and yeah, thank you.